Okay, sir.
A very good afternoon, my dear friends. Very good afternoon, all the dignitaries. Welcome, sir. Ramchandra Mutiala, Assistant Professor of Botany, also joined with us. Ramchandra, sir. And today's our eminent resource person, Dr. A. Shailaja Madam Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Government Degree College, Siddipet Autonomous. Madam is going to explain one of the important area in plant sciences, especially botany, embryology, plant embryology. Madam has clearly explained in previous class about the structures of the structure of the ovule and types of the ovules, embryo sacs and types of the embryo sacs. Due to the importance of the embryo sacs and types of the embryo sacs and ovules, Madam is going to explain once again, and also the remaining topics also will going to explain in these days. So we would like to invite Dr. Shailaja Madam Garu. Please welcome and share your screen. Start your session, Madam. Please welcome.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Chalazal mostly the chalazal and grows along the micropylar chalazal axis. The nucleus undergoes 3 mitotic divisions and form 8 nuclei. So this is the embryo sac structure, and these nuclei are reorganized. One nucleus from each group at a pole migrates to the center of the cell called polar nuclei. So see here, this is the secondary or polar nuclei. It is the center. The 3 nuclei left at the chalazal end are surrounded by the walls and form antipodals. See here, these are these 3 antipodals, and the 3 nuclei located at the micropylar and constitute the egg apparatus. One serve as egg or female gamete, and the other two as synergids. See here, one is the egg cell. It is the center, and remaining two are synergid cells. So this is the embryo sac structure. The whole structure with 2 polar nuclei, 3 antipodals, 1 egg cell, and 2 synergids is the mature female gametophyte or embryo sac. This is the embryo sac structure. Okay, it is a female gametophyte. So next, type of embryo sac. So totally three types. That development of embryo sac, the functional haploid megaspore lying towards the chalazal end and grows along the micropyle chalazal axis. So then what happened that 3 embryo sacs are formed. Three types of embryo sacs are 3 types. That is the first one is the monosporic embryo sac, and second one is the bisporic embryo sac, and tetrasporic embryo sac. In majority of angiosperms, the embryo sac develops from a single megaspore. However, in many cases, 2 or all the 4 megaspore nuclei take part in the development of embryo sac. 3 types of embryo sacs have been recognized on the basis of the number of functional megaspores nuclei. It's taking part in the development of embryo sac. So, in the part of development of embryo sac, that is megaspore, 4 megaspore nuclei take part in the development of embryo sac. So that is called tetrasporic embryo sac. So totally 3 types of embryo sacs have been recognized on the basis of the number of functional megaspores. That number of functional megaspores nuclei taking the part in the development of embryo sac, they are monosporic, bisporic, and tetrasporic. Okay, so basis for classification mainly that number of megaspores taking the part in the development of embryo sac. The number of divisions occurring in the nucleus of the functional megaspore, organization of nuclei in the mature embryo sac. See here, so monosporic embryo sac. In this monosporic embryo sac, it develops from a single megaspore, and such all the nuclei present in this type of embryo sac are genetically similar. See here, what happened in this embryo sac? A monosporic embryo sac develops from a single megaspore. So such all the nuclei present in the embryo sac are genetically alike. Monosporic embryo sacs are two types, that is monosporic eight nucleate or polygonum type. So polygonum type embryo sac and Enothera type of embryo sac. Two types are there. So what is the in the polygonum type? This is the first monosporic type. Okay, eight nucleated. This type of embryo sac develops from the chalazal megaspore. So I will explain. First time it is a 8 nucleated, most common type. 81% families having the this polygonum type of embryo sac. First time it is described in Polygonum divaricatum by Strasburger in the year 1879. That first time it is described in the Polygonum divaricatum. Okay, by the Strasburger scientist. It develops from the chalazal megaspore. Only single megaspore participated in the development of embryo sac. The nucleus is divides thrice to form 8 nuclei embryo sac. See here, I will explain by this diagram. See here. First division, that megaspore mother cell going to first division, and then after then two nuclei are formed. After the second division, four nuclei are formed. But the one functional is megaspore. Chalazal and megaspore is functional. Three are degenerated. See here. Okay. So after the third division, it going to fourth division and fifth division. These are the mitosis divisions. Okay. So then what happened? At last we are getting the eight nuclei embryo sac. Okay. So from the micropylar end, from the chalazal end, one spore come to the center. That is the, see here, this is the polar nuclei, and three are antipodals. One is the egg cell, and two are synergids. This is the eight nucleate embryo sac. We are called polygonum type of embryo sac. Only one functional is megaspore. Three are degenerated. That is the concept. Okay. First time it is described by Strasburger in the Polygonum divaricatum plant. So that's why we are called that is a polygonum type of embryo sac. Okay. So then next we are coming to the Enothera type. What is the difference between polygonum and Enothera? There is a polygonum is a 8 nuclei embryo sac, and Enothera is a 4 nucleated embryo sac. Okay. Egg apparatus, 3 cells, and polar nucleus is the single cell. That is the antipodals are absent. That is the Enothera type. Does not have antipodals. Example on aggressive family. Okay. So first time it is described in Enothera lamarckiana, and see here. So same like that polygonum, but chalazal and three are degenerated, but micropylar and one functional megaspore. Okay. Oh, this is the one functional megaspore. After the divisions, only after the mitotic divisions, it is having the only four nucleus. So see here, one polar nuclei is the center, and three in this three antipodals are absent. From these three, chalazal and three nuclei are one is the egg cell, two are synergids. This is a Enothera type of embryo sac. All of you understood? It's clear. This is a Enothera type of embryo sac. These two belongs to monosporic embryo sacs. Okay. My voice is audible. Okay. So then coming to the second bisporic embryo sac. Okay, see here. So what is a bisporic embryo sac? The bisporic embryo sac develops from one of the two diodes formed as a result of the first meiotic division. Okay, so it is formed as a result of the first meiotic division of megaspore mother cell. The other diode cell degenerates. Okay, see here. On the basis of the position of functional diode, bisporic embryo sacs are two types, that is allium type and endymion type. Bisporic also two types. Okay, what is the difference between monosporic and bisporic? In the monosporic, only one functional megaspore is participated in the formation of embryo sac, but in the bisporic, after the first meiosis, see here, develops from the one of the two dyads formed as a result of the first meiotic division. See here, so this is the division 1, megaspore mother cell. Division 2, this is the functional bisporic megaspore. Okay, so this is after meiotic division 1, two dyads are formed. One is the degenerated, one is the functional bisporic. So it is participated in the formation of embryo sac. Okay, so the other diad cell degenerates in the function. Diad cell wall formation does not occur after the second division, and both the nuclei of the function of diad take part in the formation of embryo sac. See here, this like. Okay, so each nucleus undergo two mitotic divisions. See here, this is the first mitotic division, this is the second mitotic division. So then what happened? 8 nucleus are formed. Each nucleus undergoes two mitotic divisions, and as such as the mature embryo sac is 8 nuclei. On the basis of the position of the functional dyad, the following two types have been there. So very simple, just like that, the allium type and endymion type. So allium type, see here, the allium type develops from the chalazal dyad, endymion type develops from the micropylar dyad. Okay, same thing, but one is the allium type that develops from the chalazal dyad. Okay, so in that allium type, micropylar dyad is degenerated. In the endymion type, that chalazal dyad is degenerated. Okay, that is the difference between the two, allium type and endymion type. Okay, so this is the bisporic embryo sac types. Then coming to the tetrasporic embryo sacs, so it's very important. In the monosporic, we seen already that two types, that polygonum and enothera. Polygonum is the 8 nucleate embryo sac, and enothera is the 4 nucleate embryo sac. And then bisporic embryo sacs, two types, allumion type and endymion type. In the allumion type, that allium type, that is chalazal and is the functional. It is develops from the chalazal dyad. Endymion type is develops from the micropylar dyad. Okay, so third one is the tetrasporic embryo sacs. It's very important. Totally 7 types are there. Sometimes that meiotic division of the megaspore mother cell is not accompanied by the cytokinesis. So what happened? Hence, all the 4 haploid nuclei remain in a common cytoplasm. Such a 4 nuclei megaspore is known as xenomegaspore. Okay, so hence all the 4 haploid nuclei lie in a single cell. It's called xenomegaspore. All the 4 nuclei of xenomegaspore participate in the formation of embryo sac. So that's why we are called tetraspore. Okay, so genetically more heterogeneous than the bisporic type of embryo sac. The tetrasporic embryo sacs are further divided on the basis of the following criteria. Mainly, the position of haploid nuclei in the xenomegaspore, the number of times these nuclei divide, organization of nuclei in the mature embryo sac. So in this embryo sac, totally that 4 haploid megaspore nuclei divide 1 or 2 times, it forms 8 nucleate and 16 nucleate embryo sacs. So totally 7 types are there. First, we are going to discuss 16 nucleate embryo sac types. Okay, 16 nucleate. So in the 16 nucleate embryo sacs, see here, no nuclear fission occurs. Adaxa, plumbago, pinia, peperomia, and rusa. So what is the two difference? That is fritillaria and plumbagella. After the second meiotic division, 3 megaspore nuclei fuse to form a triploid nucleus at the chalazal end of the xenomegaspore. The fourth nucleus is micropylar and remains haploid. So I will discuss with very neatly diagrams. Okay, first one is the peperomia type. Okay, see here, peperomia type. The 4 haploid nuclei of xenomegaspore undergoes 2 successive mitotic divisions. Okay, So that 4 agapparatus of peperomia type is characterized by a single synergid. Okay, the 4 haploid nuclei of Cenomegaspore undergo 2 successive mitotic divisions, forming 16 nuclei. It's very simple. First, you have to note down that is the 16 nuclei embryo sacs. Okay, that is the peperomia. Peperomia and then Pinia. Okay, peperomia, Pinia, drusa. PPD. You have to remember the shortcuts: peperomia, pinia, drusa. PPD. Okay. First one is the peperomia. The 4 haploid nuclei of Cenomegaspore undergo 2 successive mitotic divisions, it forming the 16 nuclei. Okay. So the 2 nuclei at the micropylar end form the egg and a synergid. Yet fuse in the center of the cell to form a polar nucleus, and the remaining 6 at the chalazal end formed antipodals. Examples: peperomia and ganera. Okay, peperomia and ganera. See here. Uh, so in these diagrams, you have to see that megaspore mother cell going to division 1. Then division 2, 4 haploid spores are formed after the second division of meiosis. So then going to mitotic division, it forms the 8 nuclei, and after the second mitotic division, it forms the 16 nuclei. Okay, from the 16, 2 are coming to the center. Okay, so see here in this 4 these nuclei arrange themselves in 4 groups of 4 nuclei, each in a crosswise manner. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, so what happened in that? One is the synergid, one is the egg cell. Okay, this is the egg cell, this is the synergid. Only one synergid, one egg cell. So center 8 polar nuclei, 6 are the antipodals. Okay, from this one coming and from this one coming, 2 to come to the center. Okay, so 6 antipodals are formed at the chalazal end. Okay, this is the peperomia type. So examples are peperomia and ganera. And next we are coming to pinia type. See here. So what is the pinia? In this type, the 4 haploid nuclei of Cenomegaspore undergo 2 successive mitotic divisions, it forming 16 nuclei. Okay, 2 successive mitotic divisions, it forming the 16 nuclei. These nuclei arrange themselves in 4 groups of 4 each, but one at the micropylar end, one at the chalazal end, and one each on the 2 lateral sides. See here. Now, one nucleus from each group migrates to the center, and these 4 nuclei in the center from polar nuclei. See here. So in these diagrams, I think it is very clear. Please understood. The 3 nuclei at the micropylar end are cut off by membranes and form the egg apparatus. See here. This is the 16 nuclei are formed. So 3 are, see here, this is the 3 are uh, micropylar end are cut off by membranes. Okay, that is the egg apparatus. Egg and 2 synergids. And primary endosperm nucleus is formed after the double fertilization. So the 3 nuclei at the micropylar end are cut off by membranes, that is egg apparatus. The remaining 3 groups of nuclei, one chalazal and 2 lateral, degenerates at maturity. Okay, at the maturity, these are degenerated. Highly polyploid 5x primary endosperm nucleus is formed after the double fertilization. Example for this: Piniaceae and Malpighiaceae and Euphorbiaceae. Okay, please note down the examples from for this Pinia type: Piniaceae, in Euphorbiaceae, Malpighiaceae. Okay, Piniaceae, Euphorbiaceae, Malpighiaceae. These are the examples for the Pinia type. 16 nucleate embryo sac. Okay, next is the Drusa type. Next, Drusa is also 16 nucleate embryo sac. See here. So remember easily: PPD, peperomia, pinia, drusa. Okay. So in the pinia, three are the triads, polar nuclei from the one coming to the center, polar nuclei, and three are triads. So in the drusa, see here, in this type of embryo sac, the 4 megaspore nuclei show 1 plus 3 arrangement. See here, this is the 1 plus 3 arrangement. After the mitotic division, after the meiotic divisions 1 and 2, 4 haploid megaspores are formed. But arrangement is different, 1 plus 3 arrangement. Okay. So we can see in the Drusa type, 1 plus 3 arrangement. So what happened? That is, one nucleus located at the micropylar end, 3 at the chalazal end. Okay, sorry, this is the opposite side. This is the chalazal end. Okay, so in this 1 plus 3 arrangement, one nucleus located at the micro chalazal end. This is the chalazal end. This is the micropylar end. 3 are arranged at the micropylar end. So from this, the 4 nuclei undergo 2 successive mitotic divisions. This is the division 1, this is the division 2. Okay, 3 going to 6 are formed, 1 going to, it become 2 nuclei. Okay, from the 3, 6 are formed, from the 1, 2 are formed. For first mitotic division. After the second mitotic division, 2 become 4 and 6 become 12. Okay, so what happened? 12 plus 4, 16 nucleate. So then what happened? From this one coming to the center, from the each micropylar end and chalazal end, come to the center, that 2 polar nuclei, and remaining all are mature embryo sac. So totally 11 are antipodals, and 3 become, see here, that 3 are agapparatus, but 11 are antipodals. Okay, this is the 11 antipodals. This is the egg cell, and 2 are synergids. 11 antipodals. So at the center, there is the polar nuclei. Okay, this is the mature embryo sac. So 12 at the micropylar end, 3 at the chalazal end. Okay, so from this 12, 1 come to the center, so 11 antipodals are formed at the micropylar end. This is the Drusa type. 16 nucleate embryo sacs are 3 types: Peperomia, Pinia, Drusa. So the number and organization of nuclei may vary due to irregularity in the divisions. Example: Drusa, Rubia, Chrysanthemum, Almus. Okay, so very easily you have to remember the Drusa, Rubia, Drusa. This is the Drusa type. Example is Drusa. So in the Peperomia, Pinia also same like that. Peperomia and Ganera, example for the Peperomia, and Pinia also Piniaceae, Euphorbiaceae, Piniaceae, Euphorbiaceae families. Okay, so these are the examples. It is the 16 nucleate embryo sacs, and then we are coming to the 8 nucleate embryo sacs: Adaxa, Flumbago, Fritillaria. Okay, Adaxa. First one is the Adaxa. So 8 nucleate embryo sacs are 3 types: Adaxa, Plumbago, Fritillaria, APF. Okay, 16 nucleate embryo sacs are PPD, and 8 nucleate embryo sacs are 3 types. Okay, Adaxa, it has 8 nuclei which are formed by the mitotic division of the 4 haploid nuclei of the cenomegaspore. సార్ ఓకేనా వాయిస్? అదే మధ్యలో ఏమైనా డిస్టర్బ్ అయిందని డౌట్ వచ్చింది. ఓకే 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 థ్యాంక్ యూ. Okay, Adaxa type. So 8 nucleate embryo sacs are 3 types: Adaxa and Plumbago and Fritillaria. See here, in the Adaxa, 8 nuclei which are formed by the mitotic division of the 4 haploid nuclei of the cenomegaspore. See here, this is the meiosis 1, this is the meiosis 2. After the 4 nuclei, haploid nuclei are formed. So then, after the first mitotic division, 8 nuclei are formed. The arrangement of the 8 nuclei in the embryo sac is the same as in polygonum type. See here, same. Idala undi manaki polygonum type. This is the monosporic embryo sac, that is the polygonum, 8 nuclei embryo sac. So one is the egg apparatus, and in the egg apparatus, one is the egg cell and 2 are synergids. And the center polar nuclei, 2 are coming to the center, and that polar nuclei, 3 are antipodals. So for this, examples are Adaxa, Sambucus, Almus, Tulipa, and Erythronium. Okay, this is the Adaxa type. It's very very important. 8 nuclei embryo sac. Okay, so four. What is the specialty? 4 haploid new megaspores are participated in the formation of embryo sac. Okay, that is the Adaxo type. So we finally getting the 8 nuclei embryo sac. This is the Adaxa type. Adaxa, Sambucus, Almus, Tulipa, Erythronium are the examples for the Adaxa type. Okay, next we are coming to the Plumbago. Okay, Plumbago. See here, Plumbago also same, the 4 haploid nuclei move towards the periphery of the cytoplasm. See here, move towards the periphery of the cytoplasm. See here, this is the first meiotic division, this is the second meiotic division. 4 are going move towards the periphery of the cytoplasm of cenomegaspore and get arranged in a crosswise manner, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 arrangement. Okay, so each of these 4 nuclei divides again, going to mitotic division and form the 8 haploid nuclei. Okay, in the 4 pairs. See here, this is the 8 pairs, 4 pairs. One of the nucleus from each group moves to the center of the cell and form the secondary nucleus. See here, this is the from 4 sides, one come to the center, that is the secondary nucleus. 4n, secondary nucleus is formed as 4n. Okay, so this is the Plumbago type. So this mature embryo sac, one is the other one is the egg cell, this is the polar nuclei. Okay, this is the egg cell, these are the antipodals. Okay, next one is the Fritillaria type. See here, this is also 8 nuclei embryo sac, but is the one is a different, we can see in the different arrangement. The 4 haploid nuclei of the cenomegaspore arrange themselves in 2 groups, 3 at the chalazal. See here, 3 at the, see here, 3 at the micropylar end. uh, this is the, this is the chalazal end. Okay, so the 3 nuclei at the micropylar end and fuse to form a triploid nucleus. The triploid chalazal, see here, this is the triploid, this is the chalazal end. That micropylar nucleus undergo 2 mitotic divisions. This is the first mitotic division, this is the second mitotic division. So these are 3 going to form and fuse, triploid nucleus is formed. Okay, triploid nucleus. It going to first meiotic division, 2 triploids are formed at the chalazal end, and these are the micropylar end. After the second mitotic division, going to form the 4 and 4. Okay, triploids. 4 triploids are formed, 4 haploids are formed. So then what happened in this Fritillaria type? We can expect that from this one come to the center, from this chalazal and from this micropylar end come to the center. One is the triploid, one is the haploid, that is the polar nuclei. This is the egg apparatus. 3 are antipodals, triploids, triploid antipodals. That is the difference from that Fritillaria type. Okay, Adaxa type, Adaxa, and Plumbago, and Fritillaria. So these 3 belongs to 8 nucleate embryo sacs. Okay, so then last one, what is that? Plumbazella type. This is the four haploid, sorry, uh, four nuclei embryo sac. Plumbazella type, four nucleate embryo sac. The initial development of this type of embryo sac is similar to Fritillaria type. Same like that Fritillaria, but after the meiosis, the megaspore nuclei from a triploid nucleus at the chalazal end and haploid nucleus at the micropylar end. 1+3 arrangement. Okay, see here, only one mitotic division occur in this one. So before that, in the Fritillaria, we observed that two two mitotic divisions. See here, this is the first mitotic division. This is the second mitotic division. Two divisions are there in the Fritillaria, but actually we are observed that in the Plumbazella only one mitotic division. So what happened? Only two or haploids, two or triploids. Okay, from the mitosis one. So what happened in this meiosis 1 and 2, triploid nucleus is formed, four nucleate. So for this four nucleate, one is come to the center, and one triploid antipodal is there. One is the egg cell. One come to the center. One triploid and one haploid forms the polar nuclei. So this is the four nucleate embryo sac. Okay, four nucleate, but out of the four, two are triploids, two are haploids. That is the difference. Okay, this is the Plumbazella type. So in this Fritillaria and Plumbazella, we are observed that triploids fuse and forms the triads. We are what is the triploid nucleus? Okay, triploid. So three becoming fuse and form the one triploid. Okay, one it treated as one, so that is we are called triploid. Okay, two triploids are formed in the Plumbazella type. Only one mitosis observed in the Plumbazella, two mitosis divisions observed in the Fritillaria. That is the difference between the Fritillaria and Plumbazella. So it's very important. There is no synergids. Okay, see here. So this one triploid nucleus from the salazala and one haploid nucleus from the micropylar end fuse at the center and form the tetraploid polar nucleus. See here, this is a three triploid and one haploid, it becoming the tetraploid four polar nucleus. So one haploid nucleus at the micropylar end forms the egg cell. One triploid nucleus at the chalazal end is the single antipodal. This we are called antipodal, single antipodal. There is no synergids observed in the Plumbazella. So that is four nucleate embryo sac. It's very important. Example is the Plumbazella. Okay, so this is very important. Embryo sac types, totally 7 types we are observed. So please, if you have any doubts, please ask me any questions from this topic.
Okay, I have given chance to unmute yourself. And please interact with our respected. డౌట్ ఉందండి ఎవరికైనా? ఎంబ్రియో సాక్ పిండకోశాలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి రకాలను మేడం గారు వివరించారు. ఇందులో మెయిన్గా మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సినటువంటి అంశం ఏంటంటే ఏవి ప్రతిపాదక కణాల సంఖ్య ఎంత, అదేవిధంగా మనకు ఉండేటువంటి సినర్జిక్స్ సహాయ కణాల సంఖ్య, మొత్తం కణాల సంఖ్య, కేంద్రకాల సంఖ్య, ఇవి మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సినటువంటి ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి అంశాలు. ఇందులోకి వెళ్ళి ప్రతి సంవత్సరం మనం ఆన్లైన్ ఎనీ కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ అంటే మనకు ప్రతి ఎగ్జామ్లో ఈ ముఖ్యంగా ఆంటీపోడల్స్ నంబర్ కానీ, సినర్జిక్స్ నంబర్ కానీ, టోటల్ న్యూక్లియస్ నంబర్ కానీ, టోటల్ సెల్స్ నంబర్ కానీ, అంటే ఒక పిండకోశంలోని కణాల సంఖ్య లేదా కేంద్రకాల సంఖ్య, లేదంటే వాటి యొక్క ప్లాయిడ్ ద్వయస్థితులు ఉంటాయా, త్రయస్థితులు ఉంటాయా సంబంధించిన మనకి ఏంటంటే ముఖ్యంగా వాటికి సంబంధించినటువంటి ఈ ప్లాయిడ్ కూడా అంటే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కూడా మనం అడగడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. అంటే ఒక ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ పాలిగోనం రకానికి సంబంధించిన పిండకోశంలో మనకు ద్వికేంద్రక మధ్యకణం ఈ స్థితిలో ఉంటే ఆ మొక్కలో లేదా దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి అంకురచ్ఛిదంలో లేదా దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి సంయోగ బీజ కణంలో ఇలా మనకు కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ రావడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. నేను ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ఒక అసైన్మెంట్ తయారు చేసి పెట్టాను ప్లాయిడ్కి సంబంధించి. దాన్ని మీకు వాట్సాప్లో షేర్ చేస్తాను, మీరు అది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఎంబ్రియో సాక్స్ నుంచి డెఫినెట్గా 2 to 3 క్వశ్చన్స్ అనేటువంటివి మనకు వస్తాయి. అంటే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అడగొచ్చు. అంటే మొక్క ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ప్రిటెల్లేరియా రకానికి సంబంధించి ఉన్నది. ప్రిటెల్లేరియా రకానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి పిండకోశానికి సంబంధించి ఇంకా వేరే ఏ మొక్కల్లో మనకు కనబడుతుంది, అందులో ఉండే కేంద్రకాల సంఖ్య ఎంత, సినర్జిడ్స్ యొక్క సంఖ్య ఎంత, వీటికి సంబంధించి మనం చూడాల్సినటువంటి అత్యంత ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి అంశం. సో ఈరోజు మేడం గారు చాలా చక్కగా మనకు ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి ఏరియాను మనకు కవర్ చేశారు. గతంలో ఆల్రెడీ మేడం గారు ఈ ఎంబ్రియో సాక్స్, టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎంబ్రియో సాక్స్, స్ట్రక్చర్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎంబ్రియో సాక్ చాలా క్లియర్గా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఈ ఎంబ్రియో సాక్ సంబంధించి మోనోస్పోరిక్, బైస్పోరిక్ అండ్ టెట్రాస్పోరిక్ సంబంధించి మీరు క్లియర్గా మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి. దీనికి సంబంధించి ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే మేడం అడగండి. ఓకే, అదర్వైజ్ ఐ విల్ స్టాప్ దిస్ క్లాస్. మేడం
సార్ హలో
మేడం, మన వాళ్ళు ఎవరు అడగడానికి సంసిద్ధంగా లేరు. అందరు కూడా చాలా క్లియర్గా వాళ్ళు విన్నట్టుగా అనిపిస్తుంది.
ఓకే సార్.
రైట్ మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే సార్.